three-point shot.
It's a powering shot, baby.
Red Bulls takes it to the
NetSN and Azalea Orthopedics brings you Northeast Texas Sports, the 2024 season. Hello there, football fans. This is round 2 of the Texas State Soccer Playoffs. It's a NetSN presentation of a Wellington Shires Pierce production on YouTube. It's Districts 15 versus District 14. From District 14, the district champion Chapel Hill Bulldogs at 13-3, but in their district, it was crowded at the top. Chapel Hill lost 1 to the number 4 seed, 11-5 Bullard. They swept 12-4 Lindale Eagles, and then there's Athens. Both teams are 13-3. They played each other, split games, identical score. The champion was determined by the second tiebreaker. In round 1, they take Pittsburgh by 1. They're the state number 44, but Center Soccer remembers when Chapel Hill basketball came from behind and won district in Center. A little payback, perhaps? Well, maybe. Center's the second seed, and they're on a 10-game winning streak, including wins over quality opponents like Sabine and then number 2, Kilgore. In round 1, they dispatched the Madisonville Mustangs 3-1. According to Max Preps, they're a top 20 team. So here we go, round 2 of the state playoffs, live from Longview's Lobo Stadium. It's the Center Rough Riders against the Chapel Hill Bulldogs. We'll bring you the first kick next.
Serving our communities for over a century, Farmers State Bank continues to meet the financial needs of East and Central Texas. With roots that run deep, Farmers State Bank serves as a source of financial strength to meet the needs of our neighbors. From a comprehensive range of financial products to individual service, we remain dedicated to being a true community bank. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams.
All right, everybody, welcome to the broadcast here as we have the national anthem being played. The counselor, Stephen Shires, along with Larry Pierce. Chris Wallington is here, but got drafted into public announcer duty for the...
hopefully he'll make enough money to buy our lunch.
Yeah, maybe so.
We'll see how that goes. God bless America, though, going on that.
That's right.
Oh, yeah. Nice job on the rendition there for...
All right, folks, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with Best of Nacogdoches and Best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters. I think everybody understands that high school athletics is not about making professional ball players. It helps to meet students' needs, to help them become better young ladies and young men. Nobody understands that better than Abundant Love Ministries, meeting the needs of others by serving others. Abundant Love Ministries, a supporter of Rough Rider athletics. When you're sick, or when someone in your family is sick, you need a doctor, sure, but you need someone who cares about you. Well, Mike Belgard, along with Dr. Miller and the rest of their experienced staff at Hope Medical, that's exactly what they do. They care about you at Hope Medical.
Alrighty, folks, back here ready to go for some soccer action. It is the chance for the area championship, right? Is that what we're going on, Chris?
This is round 2, the area round. That's right.
So now, look, let's go a little bit of a backdraft here on our center riders. I mean, they've been in this situation before the last couple of years, but they're looking to push through here and see if maybe they can't kick it on, right?
Right. This is early in the program 3 or 4 years ago, they were 3 or 4 deep a lot. Recently, it's 1 or 2 deep.
Right.
So this is kind of the glass ceiling they need to punch through.
That's good. Got a good Chapel Hill team here as well, and you know they're going to be kicking things off, ready to rock and roll. And I think we're going to see a lot of aggression here by both teams. I know that we've covered center a couple times this year as well, and I tell you they have been very good about keeping the ball on their opponent's end down there.
That's their game, keeping the pressure on at all times.
And Chapel Hill Bulldogs coming in here, not far from Tyler, coming in here to Longview. And they had a good season too. They were the tops of their division, I do believe. Here come the Riders, though. They're being aggressive and got a man back there, but it's going to be a good job there by the goalkeeper there for the Bulldogs to get that save and then get it back up ahead. Now the Bulldogs trying to get themselves back up the field. And a nice little block there by the midfielder, number 2. That is Figueroa there for the Riders. Chapel Hill taking it right back, though. So you guys got to call the game last week here, or the last game that the Riders had. They won pretty good fashion there, too, didn't they?
Their first round playoff, within the first 60 seconds, they were down 1-0. They scored immediately, but they held them off from any other score and tied at halftime, 3-1 win.
Here we go once again here. The Riders now having an opportunity, bringing it down there. That is a Moreno. And we're going to get a shot coming across. Going to get the goalie out. Still the Rough Riders looking to advance here. Here it comes across, and it's going to be a shot over goal.
Boy.
And that was, looks like Chris Benton, maybe number 13 right there, maybe with that shot.
Heck of an opportunity.
Well, I tell you, Riders broke through, got past the defenders there, got past the back line, did a great job. And first, real good shot on goal there. And kick coming up. Watch out, Riff. In the middle of the things there, and that's going to be penalty kick there against Rough Riders.
I'll switch with you, Larry. For right now, we are a one-camera operation, but we'll be fixing that soon enough.
Oh, okay. Having a little difficulty with this one. Okay, so there we go. So we got Rough Riders, back getting that. And like I said, I've talked about it a few times if you watch the end of our broadcast about how good our back line has been. And, we even got to talk to Coach G about it in our coaches show a while back. And he was very, said it took him a while to get that right lineup down, but once he did, it's worked out. And that's been very beneficial so far here for the Rough Riders as they get to the start of the playoffs.
Yeah, the center started out playing good, but they really clicked about halfway through district and on a 10-game winning streak.
All right, we're back to camera 2 going, Chris Wellington.
All right, good deal. Trade you back.
We're dancing up in here. All right, so there we go. Back on the camera.
I think Chapel Hill's home team, yeah, they were on top. Yeah. All right, so back here into action, and Chapel Hill fighting down here on the center end. We Chapa in the goal there for the Rough Riders once again here. And he's done an excellent job here for the Riders in goal. Hasn't given up too many here the last few games. I haven't seen him
He was our player of the game straight up for his defense in round 1 of the playoffs.
Nice. So here we got a free kick coming, and sitting there around.
On the way here, he comes.
Kick. It's going to be a solid kick, but just a little too high. And a nice try there by Chapel Hill. Looks like number 10. And we had some numbers here for those guys, but they appear to be different than what you were reading in the roster there, Chris, on the PA. So I don't want to say the wrong names here, so maybe we'll see if we can get something up, because we were going off of Max Preps with that. And I think some things have changed there for the Chapel Hill Bulldogs.
You never know whether it's a uniform issue or what it is. But
here come the Rough Riders once again back on the attack.
Nice try once again, but that's going to get out on the far end down here. It's going to be another.
Coming for Chapel Hill instead of the goalie there. They have one of their backline guys take the kick. Gets it up ahead here for Chapel Hill and the Bulldogs. And now the Bulldogs get up there, and I think that's going to be an offsides there on Chapel Hill. So free kick coming here for the Riders. I don't know if that was an offsides, but it's a free kick all the way out there. Maybe there was a penalty out there around the 30 I didn't see. So.
yeah, not sure.
Comes a good solid kick here. Back up ahead, trying to set up the Riders on the far end down there.
Nice play by number 7 for the Rough Riders.
Braxton Riley bangs it off Chapel Hill. Number 3. They're going to have a throw in right here. Center. Attacked a little while ago now, but have the good opportunity once again. Going to get back here, see if maybe we can get a good shot on goal. Try to find a good set. No, Moreno. Let's try the Riders. Get right back out in the middle of the midfield.
Little miscue, it's going to go out of bounds.
Yep.
Here at Longview Lobo Stadium.
Beautiful stadium.
Yeah.
It's hard to get into.
I found us a really nice coach here, though, administrator, to really hook us up.
Going to be a foul on the Riders. Going to be a free kick. This is going to be a dangerous situation. Is this going to be right at the 20-yard line? They're going to mark it almost exactly there.
Yeah,
so, scoring opportunity for Chapel
Hill.
Hill.
Well, the Bulldogs here had another shot at it just like this while ago and went a little high here, so see if we can do a little bend it in here. Looks like number 19 here. Going to be taking the shot for the Bulldogs.
It's always interesting. Do you just take the shot directly or do you try to make a pass? They're going to make a pass, but it's stolen.
Nice job. Well, if you have somebody right there in the middle, but the Rough Riders did really good, basically crowd in the box if you want to get a football turn going on. And they did a good job there, so they come trying to clear it out and get it back up in the middle
of the field. And getting down to under 33 minutes to go here. Riders trying to play a little keep away right now, just trying to find somebody that can get up ahead. Now
You get to number 12, Jared Cordova. Had a huge game against Massimo. He didn't score a goal, but he was all over the place. All right, Rodriguez Moreno has it.
Here we go, Moreno cutting across, trying to get into the box. Oh, a little too strong over there.
Now, Moreno had two huge goals, I think, against Madisonville. Well, remember that, Wellington? Remember when he measured it up and just powered it past the goalie.
Buried it in the back of the net, baby. All right, so Riders once again.
I think Moreno kind of broke that game open.
He really did.
That's a nice pass right there.
Yeah, now it gets it to Moreno. Oh, and he gets Are they going to call a foul? If he drew a foul on that was great job by Moreno, and it looks like he did.
He did. He's going to have a good shot on goal right here.
See who all we got in there. Of course, we got Moreno. We've called him. We've called out Jerry Cordova, number 12. We've got number 15 in the game, Juan Martinez. Now, of course, number 10, the Maestro.
The Maestro's in there.
Is in there. Daniel Flores.
I think number 11, Rafael.
Yep.
See him down there talking to Moreno right now.
Well, they're trying to figure, because you play a little gamesmanship, actually, who's going to kick it?
Kick it or kick it back to, maybe to set up another long strike or something? I don't know.
Got a couple of riders down there right inside right in front of the net. I mean,
they're right in the box. I
yeah.
mean, they're crowding the box up over there trying to keep their goalkeeper.
And here we go.
Oh, and that's a nice block there by the line. And it comes back out, and there's that was a handball, but no call. And, boy, that sure did look like a handball there by Chapel Hill, but no call out on it. But the Riders were able to keep possession. Here's Moreno going to kick it back into the box, and the crossing is cleared by Chapel Hill. A nice job by the Bulldogs, but here come the Riders are going to clear it back out, but the Bulldogs will take it back over. Yeah, nice. Riders get it on the kick out of bounds.
Riders have spent a lot of time of the first 10 minutes in Chapel Hill territory, keeping that pressure on.
Just kind of, that's kind of what the Riders do.
Now we have don't have a whole lot of help down there in the corner, so we got one of the Riders getting some extra time out over there.
Play by play, we're frozen. We can hear, but we can't see. So.
Uh-oh.
No, we're good on.
Are we good?
No, we're not good on you, Watlington.
Okay.
You keep doing something to the camera.
I keep touching it.
But we're good on
the other
on Larry Pierce's camera.
Okay, well, I'm a little wide-shotted out here, so there's a shot coming up, and it's going to be over and out of play. Let me get my cord so we don't mess nothing up here. There we go. All right. All righty, here we go. Yeah, so Chapel Hill and the Bulldogs.
Big kick by the goalie to get the ball all the way to into center territory, but center has the possession again.
All right, so Larry, you're going to go ahead and pull your camera out. There you go. We just switching places. Wallington gets the close up, and you're going to get the wide view, and hopefully we won't stick again.
Okay. There we have another penalty right there that's going to go against Chapel Hill. It's going to give, as you heard, the center fans down here. We got the center fans traveled well here, Chris.
Did they? Because I
heard them down there.
I guess I see.
Everybody kind of on this side.
Everybody's on this side, yeah.
Both teams are on the other side.
You want a little, unless you want to get your suntan over there. No, this, all these stadiums are built like this, right? And so, for in the early part. Here we go. The Riders with a shot. Moreno's
man, too strong with it right there. Boy.
You always see this, with these stadiums always built north-south, and the visitors always get the sun.
Yeah, visitors are pointing west. But in the middle of the day, that doesn't always work.
Right.
So
that soccer ball right there looked like one of my golf shots out on the back of the green. It just kept going out into the woods somewhere. Chapel Hill, once again. Going to get another penalty kick here, but even though it's from far off, but going to go all the way back and find Chapa. He's going to come up and make the play and make the catch, and then he'll come back and kick it right back out. Boy, Chapa, what a kick! That's all the way back out there to the goalie there for Chapel Hill.
Goalies are playing catch.
Oh, that's a tackle. That's a. Oh yeah, you can't do that. That's a penalty. Come on, ref. That's a Whataburger penalty flag. Another nice kick here coming across, and the Riders once again in the middle.
Nice pass.
Oh, great play there.
Yeah.
Great tackle and a nice stop there by the Bulldogs.
That's what the Maestro does. You see that beautiful pass into Rodriguez Moreno, but Chapel Hill up to the task to defend that play, but it's going to be a corner kick.
No, it'll be out of bounds. It just went out on the outside out of bounds, I do believe.
Yeah, you're right. They're going to throw it in. Not quite a Dr. Collard corner kick, but close.
Light throw in here. Here's a header coming back out, and Chapel Hill clearing it once again, back out. So no score here as we get down to about 26 minutes to go in this first.
There's a shot of the
kind of figured.
Looking at the crowd and the comparative shade versus sun. That is pretty dramatic.
Yeah, because you got both teams sitting over there with the sun just right in both their faces over there. I like that they put the little scoop things, dugouts over there, but they ain't doing nothing unless there's some wind behind there or something. That's about it.
Of course, folks, we are here on NetSN today,
yes, right.
Not on the NFHS network, and that's thanks to a couple of different folks. One, NetSN itself. Our man, Brett Swinney, decided corporately that NetSN was going to cover this game. So, and being from Chapel Hill, he instructed us that we can't be complete Rough Rider homers today. So we're going to try our best to be relatively neutral. That's really difficult, especially for some of us on here, myself included. But we will do our best.
Well, yeah, I guess I'm not a Center alum, even though I do live there and, kind of root for the Rough Riders. I can do my best here for Chapel Hill.
Thank you, Larry. The Chapel Hill folks will appreciate it.
Right.
There we go.
All right. So
here we got a 2-on-1.
Shot out of here. Bulldogs.
Oh, defense. Who was that came back? I'm going to get the number here in a second.
That's great back line work there by the Riders. And there's a Maestro going to run into some people in midfield. But, yeah, that was another good shot there. I think that was number 10 there for Chapel Hill. Here they come once again. They got a breakaway. Going to take the shot. Oh, that's the second shot they've had on goal. And it's
in the last 30 seconds,
Yeah, and earlier just a little too strong, just sending it way over the net. But another good opportunity there for the Bulldogs. It just goes too far.
We're on NetSN also because of our presenting sponsor today, Portacool. And I don't see any Portacools out there. Who would have thought you'd needed them on a cool day like today? Probably would have been nice.
Yeah. It's a beautiful day. Nice day for a drive all the way up here to Longview.
And a good day to have a picnic with a Portacool when cool matters.
I got one of the original home-based Portacools, and I love that thing. Nice job there by Center clearing it out, but they're going to look to get a penalty there as Center tried to clear it out as Chapel Hill. Might have got a piece of the leg there, but they're going to say out of bounds play, and they'll just go back to Center.
Yeah, that's been both teams have had good backline defensive plays early on.
Yeah, and both teams have spent a little time working it on both ends here a little bit. As Chapel Hill now, as Center had a little earlier, but the Bulldogs here trying to be aggressive now here in the last 10 minutes or so. Yeah, Hoy Chapa just putting a leg into it today.
Yes, he is. He can do it, man.
I tell you, I think the last one was almost 65. Oh, look, here's Chapel Hill once again, and Hoy Chapa coming to Hoy Chapa. That's scary right there.
Scary, but good.
Good job to get there just in time because Chapel Hill had 2-on-1 with him back there, and boy, I tell you what, pulling him up out of there like that, not able to get an offsides call either. But breaking away there for the Bulldogs.
Yep. And then Wachapa's kick, not only did he save it, but he kicked it far enough to really set up an offensive opportunity for the Riders. Didn't happen. We're now getting close to halfway through the first half, roughly the first quarter. 0-0 here in round 2, the area round.
So Madisonville is a big win there for the Riders. I mean, Madisonville's a good team there, but that was a good win. What would they win by?
3-1.
3-1. So, another good team there, bigger school, just like what, Chapel Hill, probably about the same size center, maybe a little bit bigger.
They are very similar in enrollment, and they have a rivalry going. Remember, it was in the Chapel Hill team in basketball that stole the district championship in center with the soccer team in the audience, screaming and yelling.
Yeah.
It was raining outside, so their game was called off, and it was very dramatic. So a little bit of history between these two schools.
I think Chapel Hill is a bit bigger because in football, Chapel Hill is a division is a 4A
D1
big, yeah.
And it looks like here too, like getting a good kick here by the goalie for Chapel Hill, but if he gets it up there too high in the air, it looks like the wind is knocking it down. There is a little bit of a wind here, but it's not till you get up above, maybe higher above the stands. Here we go once again. It's Chapel Hill. Triple dives down there.
Went offsides that
offside,
time.
Yeah, I can't get him offsides.
This is scary though, Pierce, for the Rough Riders because this is 4 or 5 times that they have gotten past the Rider defense, and it has been up. It's been up to Chapa to take care of business.
That was a great kick there by you, Chapa. Yeah, and he's.
Meanwhile, the Riders have controlled large swaths of time, but really haven't had a situation. They've had a couple of shots on goal that look promising, but nothing is as exciting as what Chapel Hill's been able to do here early.
I saw a pass there in the middle, and midfielders trying to set something up here for the strikers. Moreno down in there, but good job by Chapel Hill starting to get their back line back there a little bit better here. But here's another breakout.
Of course, this looks a lot like Madisonville with the Rough Riders. Unfortunately, we can't talk about Chapel Hill and Pittsburgh or what they did, but
it was a 1-0 win. It was a very close game.
Yeah, but the Riders against Madisonville kind of did this with the Riders early, and to me, I really feel like the Riders wore them out.
Yeah.
Because in the second half, it was the Riders could have had an opportunity to score several more goals and just didn't quite, get it. But they were attacking. We'll see if this holds true with Chapel Hill or if they can maintain, the kind of intensity that we've seen so far here early.
Yeah.
Now that Now that we're at the halfway point, I want to make sure that you know that another of the reasons that we have in that SN at the halfway point, I want to remind everybody that's brought to you by Portacool. I said that already, but it's important to know they are the presenting sponsor, and as summer comes, it's important for you to kind of keep Portacool in mind for your home and for your corporate outing and your clubs and your schools. It's Portacool.
The Portacool got all those knobs and buttons on them. Sometimes, some people may not like that, but guess what? You don't need to worry about that anymore. You get the ones now. You can control it with your phone.
Their newest models. Yeah, there's an app for that.
Yeah, like I said, I got one in my house that is, I love it. It's an older model, but I've had it for a few years. And
Here come the Riders now. They're gonna get in the middle again. Don't have anybody there. Just the blue uniforms. Chapel Hill does a good job of defending that.
There's another take back here by the Riders. Now this time they're gonna send it back here to Hoychapa. He's gonna clear it back out. Chapel Hill's been doing a good job here, taking back control here about midfield, and then finding some open areas here. Nice job on the block.
I believe that's number 11 for the Rough Riders.
Here we go. Moreno
Josu Raphael. Raphael's had made several good plays down there.
Oh, that was a nice opportunity there by Moreno as he got the goalie out of the box and out of the area there, but he didn't get enough leg.
Yeah, need a little more sauce on it.
Chopper going to let that one come all the way back to him. So, yeah, it just kind of seems like this may come down to, a 2-1 or 1-0 goal here.
I don't know.
By the time this is over because these two teams are playing such good jobs against each other here.
And they look pretty similar as far as.
Chapel Hill with those through balls. Here's another one. It's just kind of scary.
Nice move there. Oh, there's a shot on goal, but that's going to be another time. That's at least 3 or maybe 4 I've seen where they have just been just a little too wide. All right, so give it up to Huey Chapa here. And he's going to kick it on up ahead. Nice header back by Chapel Hill.
Which camera's on?
Okay, now both are. I moved this one into the other slot.
Which rider's on? Is it the one on the right?
Riders once again trying to bring it up the field. Had a shot on goal there on that far side. Somebody had the wrong one shut down. And a shot on goal, but it's going to go wide here by the Riders.
All right, so here we go. It's going to be a free kick from the
Riders had another good opportunity. They got it down there and just had a good shot there, but just went a little too wide.
I feel like whichever one of these teams can capitalize on these opportunities will be the team that comes away with the victory here.
And that means lots of pressure on the defense and the goalie, doesn't it?
Yeah, but, not one of these goalies really been tested too much here today so far. And
Machapa more than
the
Chapel Hill goalie.
We're getting down to about 16 minutes to go here in this first half at 16:17 on the clock right now. Chapel Hill will throw it in. And here's another opportunity
through ball.
Getting right on through, didn't it? Coming up, and here's another nice shot on goal here, and that'll go wide to
Number
the right
24 for Chapel Hill. I mean,
he's
like, man.
And good job there by, is that number 8 or number 6?
Number 8, I believe, from the Rough Riders that
is
came back
Araujo.
in support. Yeah, Araujo.
Araujo.
Yeah.
Guillermo Araujo comes in and plays some good defense.
Right. So now back into midfield here, but good kicking away Chapel Hill. Chapa lays into one, but kind of back and forth here on these long kicks.
Chapa's here comes the Riders with a chance. It gets to Riley. Riley's going to kick it. I thought he was going to pass it off to Maestro. But said he's going to take a shot. Oh, it just goes to the left.
Left out.
And I liked his thought process. He was going to make that pass that you wanted him to make, and the lane got clogged. He looked to his left. That lane wasn't there, so he said, well, shoot. Let's kick it.
Right, and one thing I can say is that shot was one of the closest ones so far. And just like on the other end, Chapel Hill had one about the other ways so far.
All right, gentlemen, y'all swap back. I think we've got, hopefully, finally camera 2 fixed permanently.
So once again, here comes number 24. Oh, another great play here by the Riders.
We're going to get a tackle and maybe a penalty there. Chapel Hill in the middle.
So we're going to get a free kick coming up here now.
Talk me through the rules of a free kick. Soccer fans already know, but if you're just looking because you're supporting the Chapel Hill or Center, what's the rule?
Well, you get a penalty, and, it's a spot, basically a spot foul, kind of where that happened. So basically, you get a free kick from that spot was where the referee called the penalty from. So now you can kind of do different things. You can pass it off one side or the other, try to get you a good shot on goal. The defense gets to stand about 10 yards away as they are. And as you can see, a little bit of difference right there. And, nice try there by Chapel Hill. Tried to get him a little bit, and they found an opening there to that left side, almost like a swinging gate type of thing in football. And they just were able to.
Pierce, would you want to be one of those guys that stands there about 10 yards away?
No, not well. As long as I got a cup on, I might be okay.
Yeah.
Well, I've always thought I'm going to protect the goal with my face.
Yeah.
One hand
in your face right there.
Now I got both hands down below.
I could take a shot to the face,
right.
But I could take a shot to the family out there.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, and I would too. So when my hands are down there, and then I break the ball with my nose.
Well, it's true.
Yeah.
Broken
nose is not really that bad, so it's all good.
I'd say so far it's advantage Chapel Hill. Oh, here comes another one.
There's another run up at it, and a great defense.
Oh,
great
number 11.
defense.
That's Raphael.
Yeah, number 11, Josu Raphael with a great play. And then you notice he keeps it from being a corner kick. He runs down there and keeps the ball from going out of bounds behind, on the baseline and kicks it over to where it's a throw in. That's a huge. That's a little thing, but it's a huge deal.
It is a huge deal because you don't have as many. That way, as many Chapel Hill players can't get it. Oh, that got right through the end.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Here's another shot here, but nice clear out by the Riders. Boy, that was close.
Whew. I tell you what, if Chapel Hill comes out, on the losing end of this, they're going to just feel really terrible because they have had. Probably 6 shots like that right there. The Rough Riders just missed. Oh, nice tackle.
Nice job. That's perfect tackle right there where you just poke the ball away and it stays with you,
And the Riders get to the Maestro. Maestro centers it up to Rodriguez. Nice pass by Rodriguez Mendoza.
Still
and
in
here
there.
comes the Riders have a shot.
Oh,
and the
great save by the
nice.
goalie.
Number 0 for the Chapel Hill came up. That was 1-0 Riders all the way, but the goalie for Chapel Hill makes a play of the game type save right there.
Play of the half, definitely for sure. And the Riders once again try to get it back in the middle of the field. Getting down to 11.5 to go here into this first half, and boy, I tell you, it's been exciting. Both
Yes,
teams
it has.
have had opportunity, and right now here the last 7 or 8 minutes, so Chapel Hill, it seems like they've had the ball on the Rough Rider end, like it was at the start of the game. It was the other way around. So
while they're getting that ball, I'd like to say thank you to Wayne Christian Financial. They say Happy Easter, everybody. Happy Good Friday. They are, Liza and Wayne, father and daughter, are really very knowledgeable about how your money works and how you ought to invest it, whether it's big or small. It's Wayne Christian Financial brings you a Rough Rider Soccer playoffs.
Come the Riders again. They get it to the Maestro. He gets it, centers it up. Back. Rodriguez Mendoza with a shot. Ew, it just goes just over.
oh my goodness.
Just missed. Just missed. And while they're getting that ball, partners with Wayne Christian and Porticool is Right Chrysler Dodge Jeep. If you need a Dodge Jeep, Chapel Hill people, they would love to come and show you what they have in center. Right on Highway 96. They say go round 2 playoffs, Right Chrysler Dodge Jeep.
Yeah, we get a soccer game with the Right Chrysler Dodge Jeep, man. See if they want to play some soccer.
Hey.
Yeah.
Just challenge them. See if I can get
challenge them for a challenger.
See if I can get Center Motor Company to be interested in challenging Right.
So here's Center right here now. That one kind of lazily gets away in a little pass there. Chapel Hill trying to steal a nice job. Number 24, he's done a great job here for Chapel Hill here. That one's out. I'm going to stay Rough Rider ball. What's he saying?
That one didn't go very far. We'll see both teams pointing the other direction.
Everybody wants possession of it. Here's another good opportunity now for the Riders. But now clearing back out. Sending it back into the middle here, trying to find some kind of way to get past that back line once again. Well, a couple of Chapel Hill players run into each other. Hopefully everybody's okay. I think everybody's getting up all right. Little friendly collision going on there. And they'll stay Chapel Hill ball there. They make a quick stop.
They're going to free kick it, looks like.
Yeah. Back to play. And just a quick stop there, make sure everybody was okay. It was Chapel Hill's ball. That's why they get to kick back. So here we go. As the Bulldogs now trying to get it up ahead. Trying to set it up that way over to that left side. Streaking down to the left side there. Now cutting it back into the box. Here's a shot that's buried in the back of the net for the Chapel Hill Bulldogs. Number 11 for the Bulldogs gets the first goal. And it's 1-0 Bulldogs with 8:15 on the clock.
Goal brought to you by Dairy Queen, and there's a good one in Chapel Hill. One of the better Dairy Queens you'll see, and it's a DQ goal. You celebrate with Dairy Queen.
Chapel Hill Bulldogs get on first.
Well, the last 2 games, the last game against Carthage for Center and the playoff game, they were down 1-0 before the scoring started, but they're going to have to do that again.
8:13 on the clock. And here's the whistle to start. So now let's see if the Rough Riders have had an opportunity last, some games I've seen here. They get scored upon, and they're coming right back, and they'll get their goal of their own. And we could see a couple back and forth ones here, goal after goal after goal. You never know. And that one's off of Chapel Hill going back to Center. So the Riders now looking to throw in here on the out-of-bounds play and clearing it out. Chapel Hill. Tell you what, I have seen here by Chapel Hill the last 10 or 15 minutes of the game time here, guys, is they've been really good about getting to the ball. They've had more than just one defender around the ball. They've been really good to getting 2 or 3 guys there. Riders trying to clear it back out. Chapel Hill still working it over that far side. He goes out of bounds. Now the Riders get it back on an inbound throw, though. Coming to Riders once again. Kind of makes me wonder maybe what Coach G might be thinking or throwing out there to the guys here as we get the last little part of this first half here. Here's a Rider streaking down. Oh, it's going to get out of play. And it's going to see if they're going to say that's on, and it's going to go back to Chapel Hill. Thought maybe we might have got lucky. Maybe one of the Bulldogs might have touched it there last, but give it back to the Bulldogs here on the kick, back to midfield. Riders get it back. Oh. Chapel Hill just seemed to be right there in the path of some passes as well. Clearing that out, give it back to the Riders. Down to about 6:10 onto the clock here in this first half. 1-0 Chapel Hill on a great goal just a few minutes ago. On the throw in, here come the Riders trying to answer back here. And that's going to be a number 9. Thought he made a good play there, but the ref says, nah, we're going to call a penalty on there.
You were wondering what Coach Gerardo was saying. He talked a little bit about planning for a team and then not working your plan.
In practice, pertaining on the team that we play, and a lot of it sometimes has to do with the players, how they show up to training and to practice, and we work on things. So therefore, we want to see those things that we've been working throughout the game. But it got into like a shootout, like a running gun type situation that we don't want to put we can do it. We just we don't want to put ourselves in it because it's not pretty soccer.
There's a nice shot down on the goal over to the top of the net there. He comes off the football crossbar.
Yep.
And it's going to go back to Chapel Hill. Another good shot, though. I mean, couple feet just a little high there and might have got it in there.
It's pretty close. But, Shires, can't you hear Martinez saying that?
Yeah.
About playing Chapel Hill's game instead of Center's game? And, of course, I don't know what those details are, but I feel like there's a little of that going on.
So far, I mean, just playing into their hands, just like letting them, get up ahead like what Shires was talking about, how they've been breaking through like here once again. Another opportunity. Good job. Chapa come up, got a foot on it to get it away. Oh, my goodness. That's another good opportunity there for the Bulldogs, but Chapa, seeing him make some very brave plays down there around the box so far here this afternoon. 4:20 left to go.
In the first half, and we'll be joining Aurora Concepts for the Aurora Concepts halftime report. We'll have a little analysis. We'll have a Gaddy's Medical Supply fan spotlight where we'll talk about these hardy fans coming here.
Nice steal here by the Riders. There's an opportunity once again coming back up. Chapel Hill with a great job there stealing away from Flores. And they'll get it back into midfield. Opportunity right there, just kind of got away from the Riders once again. The Riders back line getting right back. That's what they've done very good here with tonight, but a couple times Chapel Hill's got back there. Here's another opportunity. And not going to make a call there, even though the center fans, center fans wanted one, but no on that call. So he just kind of impeded him. I don't think he really grabbed him or did much more than just kind of get in his way, which is what he wanted to do anyway. Flores kicking it right back out here. See if the Riders can get us something set up. Up ahead here now, Moreno. Oh, great job there by Chapel Hill.
Yeah, Chapel Hill's backline defense is
been the difference maker this half, hasn't it?
Yeah, they played it very well.
An opportunity trying to get it coming across, but nice job. That's what the Riders need to do. They haven't got somebody right back there like number 11, Rafael did. Got right back in the middle of the field, and that's where the Chapel Hill's been able to run through on a couple of times, but right into the middle. Here's a great breakaway here and an opportunity now for center here. Send it back into the middle. Oh. Just not enough oomph onto that kick there. Coming back across now. In the middle. Now here's an opportunity.
There's just rally shot.
Oh, great stop there by the goal by Chapel Hill. Another opportunity there, but the Riders seem to be getting a little closer and a little closer with their better and better shots each and every time.
Yeah, actually, the second part of the first half, the more legitimate shots were coming from center, but the one that went through was Chapel Hill.
Yeah, the one that mattered.
That's right.
That's right. You don't get any points for just a shot on goal.
All right. Close on the counts, a horseshoes, hand grenade. So here we go.
Under 2 minutes to play here in the first half.
So the Riders to tie this thing up here before. Oh, nice stop there by Chapel Hill once again. Those guys just seem to be in the right passing lane here so far today. Nice pass here now for center. Ball fighting going on here. Clearing back out by the Bulldogs, but center keep possession. Oh,
there's going to be a foul there.
Yeah.
So Riders going to get a free kick right here from about the 15-yard line.
Stops the clock with 1:20. Hey, it's Sunday's Easter. The next day's April Fool's Day. What's the next holiday? Tax Day.
Tax Day. Yep.
Fast Tax and Center would love to be a part of your last-minute taxes. That's why they call them fast. Fast Tax. Mr. Cloudy would talk to you. Give him a call.
All righty. So, yeah, that's coming up. And then after that, it's going to be softball, baseball playoffs, and then Memorial Day, right?
Those are the holidays,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Tax Day, softball playoffs, Memorial Day.
Yeah, that's right.
Mother's Day's in there somewhere.
Oh, yeah, and Mother's Day.
But you can't have Mother's Day if your daughter plays softball. You're too busy.
You got other things to do. So here we go. Here's Raphael going to make a free kick here from right around the 19-yard line, if you're looking at it on the football side of things here. And trying to make a good come across here and stacking the box. Shot off. And Chapel Hill doing a good job to clear it back out, but the Riders still hold it up. They haven't got the clock started yet, still stuck on 1:20. There's an opportunity. That's a goal. Oh, my goodness.
How did he miss that? Oh, my goodness gracious.
Oh, that was a close one there.
Right, the clock did not, according to the official clock, there we go. There's a minute. They're running now.
Yeah, minute 10 to go here, and a little time off the frozen clock there for the Riders on that shot. But, I tell you, they're getting closer and closer. 103, 1 minute right now. So making some changes are Chapel Hill Bulldogs here. As they got some substitutions coming in. So here comes the big kick. And the Riders going to look to spend this last minute or so like they have been. There's going to be a penalty somewhere in there. In the middle of all that stuff going on, that's going to be against the Riders. So a free kick coming here for Chapel Hill. Right now, Chapel Hill looking to take a 1-0 lead into halftime, but we'll see if the Riders have something to say about that here before. Oh, look at there.
That's dangerous.
That is dangerous once again. And Hoy Chapa comes up to get it, and that's going to be another goal there, right there. And that was just too easy.
That's a backbreaker.
That's
too easy by the Chapel Hill Bulldogs. And we're going to get a penalty there. Calling for it. It's going to be a goal for Chapel Hill, though, as it will be 2-0 now.
Wow,
No. They're not going to give him the goal. It's going to be 1-0.
Oh, wait a minute. So what just happened?
Well, he called for a penalty, but it was like afterwards.
So now it's 2-0. They've given him the score.
They did give him the goal. So they did. Okay, I thought maybe he called a penalty afterwards and maybe disallowed, but yeah, that was just too easy right there. And kicking right over the head and get Chapel Hill getting right back there.
I'm not sure where our back line was. They were just not there.
They were up front, and they kicked it over their heads. And
Well, Chapa lived a little dangerously there on that one as he came up to try to get a step ahead, but nice little lazy kick, puts it in, makes it 2-0 here before the end of the half. And that was, boy, you just definitely didn't want to see that, Rough Rider fans, here before the end of this one. Kicking it out and clear, and that's probably going to end this first half here as we'll get down to 6 seconds, 5 seconds. And that'll be the end of the first half here, and it's going to be a 2-0 lead for Chapel Hill over the Center Rough Riders. And, well, that second goal was, like you said, I think you just said that one hurt.
Maybe not a back breaker, but sure did may
Sure
have
not
cracked
what
a
we wanted
rib.
to see.
It's a,
that's for
a
sure.
rib cracker.
That's a
Yeah.
rib cracker. That was a good gut shot.
We'll hear from some folks as we get ready for the Aurora Concepts halftime report right here on NetSN. It's time for the Aurora Concepts halftime report. Let's begin with the JBA Financial halftime investment. You just heard a few minutes. What do you do when the world gets a little blurry? When the eyes aren't exactly doing what they once did? You need a little focus. In Center, Texas, that focus is on the center square right next to the Rio, the beautiful and historic offices of Dr. Charles Collard. If it's frames or contacts you're looking for, or if it's a more serious problem, Dr. Collard can help you. Dr. Charles Collard in Center. Remember, JBI Insurance for your insurance needs. Joe Bill Mattia brings you all of Rough Rider Athletics. Well, it was an even game, Mr. Shires, with Chapel Hill eking out a point, and then with 30 seconds left, they got what looked like a pretty cheap one.
Yeah, and that followed on what looked to be a goal from the Rough Riders.
In fact, the guy running the scoreboard came in here and said, "Did Center score?"
Yeah. Because it looked like it looked
So
like we're going
close.
to like we did, but it passed to the right of the goal. So it could have what could have been a 1-1 match ends up being a 2-0 match, and that's
hard to come back.
Great news if you're a Chapel Hill Bulldog fan.
Absolutely.
Not so good if you're a Rough Rider fan.
If Chapel Hill wins, they pretty much sweep the Rough Riders this year in head-to-head contest. The girls beat won against Chapel Hill in basketball, but basketball boys 2-0 against the Rough Riders, and in the round 2 of the playoffs, leading 2-0 now. So that's what's happening here at Lobo Stadium. This is the Aurora Concepts halftime report. We so appreciate Don Barnes, which now tomorrow you can get an appointment at Aurora Concept through telehealth. Just give them a call. Even on Saturday, they can help take care of you. We'll hear from some more ads here during our halftime report from Aurora Concepts. We'll be right back. Nobody wants to be sick, but at least at Aurora Concepts, being sick is easy. From their spacious waiting room to their experienced and friendly staff, they care about you. They listen to you. They're here for you. From start to finish, that's the experience at Aurora.
Portacool, with over 30 years. Portacool, peak cooling, intelligent control.
What's that old State Farm slogan, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there? Well, that could not be a better description than Chris Mayfield of Mayfield State Farm. Since he came to town close to 20 years ago now, he has been the quintessential good neighbor. It's the same thing true of his insurance agency, Chris Mayfield State Farm.
All right, folks, welcome back to the Aurora Concepts halftime show. And Chris Watkins, we've got our Gaddy's halftime spotlight, and you've got it on the Lobos.
This is such a neat stadium. It's 1980s vintage. Palestine has a similar one. You see up there is the road. You come down into this bowl that is Lobo Stadium. Across the way against the hill is the visiting stands. In the shade, the sun's disappeared, but that's just where both sides are. You can see the purple, that's mostly the center fans are to the right, Chapel Hill to the left. But what is above them, where we are in the press box, is their school. I mean, I'm just going to do something crazy and get a shot of this press box. There's Shires, and then behind us is, I don't know if you can see that or not, if I'm in the way, but there's the basketball gym back over there. It's a practice gym. And if you were to go to either side, you go into classrooms. The band hall's down there, some PE classrooms, and then it moves right into history and chemistry classrooms. So the press box is one wall of the school looking out into the stadium, and I've always thought that's a pretty neat way to do things. Impossible to do, of course, in Center and Chapel Hill, but kind of neat. And so anyway, that's what the fans of state championship Lobos look at every time they come, and that's a Gaddy's Medical Supply fan spotlight. We'll hear from them and be back to wrap up the Aurora Concepts halftime report.
Gaddy's Medical Supply is your one-stop shop for all your medical supply needs.
Jack Allen, where's my ankle wrap stuff for my sore ankle?
Your ankle wrap or your Kinesio wrap?
The old guy wrap.
Ah, the ankle wrap. It's in the top bathroom drawer.
Okay, thanks.
If you are recovering from an illness or an injury, Gaddy's Medical Supply can offer you the support you'll need.
Jack Allen?
Yeah?
Where did I put the raised toilet seat?
Check behind the door.
Right.
From crutches to canes to chairs, Gaddy's Medical is there for you.
Behind which door?
The hall bathroom, Dad?
Okay.
Okay, take care of yourself. We're someone you love with Gaddy's Medical Supply.
For over a generation, Tomlin Insurance Store has provided life, home, ranch, and farm insurance for the people of Shelby County. What began with John Tomlin over 40 years ago is now in the hands of Matt and Mallory Snyder. People and a tradition you can trust. Tomlin Insurance Store. Andrews Construction is your local professional choice. They were the first sponsors of Lady Rough Rider basketball, and they're your first call for ground-up construction or renovation. Andrews Construction backs the Riders.
All right, folks, welcome back. It's the end of the Aurora Concepts halftime shows. We got 2 minutes to go before the start of the second half.
On the camera there, you see the Chapel Hill Bulldogs breaking their huddle, and about to come into your screen, the Rough Riders are retaking the field. What are the keys to the second half, really for the Rough Riders, since they're the ones that are behind?
Well, obviously they got to capitalize on the scoring opportunities to get them up.
Yeah. I'm not really sure how one does that. It's just you got to just a lot of it depends on luck and power, you know. But take advantage of those opportunities when they come, and that's brought to you by Ray Jones Chevrolet. Take advantage of the opportunity to go find a new Chevrolet or a pre-owned vehicle of whatever they make. Thank you very much, Marlon and Michael at Ray Jones Chevrolet. We'll be right back with the second half here from Longview in round 2. It's brought to you by Portacool, round 2 here in Longview. Watlington and Shires Productions is proud to bring you the Aurora Concepts halftime show. They're a leader in primary care, but their mobile unit brings vaccinations and testing around the state. Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with Best of Nacogdoches and Best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters.
For Matthews Realty, going above and beyond is what's expected. This is agency owner Colin Matthews. Our team of seasoned real estate professionals believe in giving their clients an advantage in any real estate transaction. Matthews Realty has a reputation of highly personalized service. Matter of fact, it's our #1 priority. From commercial and residential properties, poultry farms to beach rentals, our team works hard so you don't have to.
Call Matthews Realty 598-7800 or see their complete listings at matthewsrealty.com.
All right, folks, get ready to start the second half. The Riders going to get the kickoff.
Hey, and guys, I was listening to y'all there in halftime, and I was listening to you talk about the facility here. And that's not a basketball area. That's a football and soccer practice area.
It is. It's an indoor facility.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's all lined up for football and soccer.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh, do we have a re-kick?
I think so. We were going to have Brett on there, but I think we had a kind of a full halftime there, so we're not able to get old Brett Sweeney on there.
We'll get him at post-game, yeah.
Maybe we can get old Brett in there coming in. He's at home laid up thanks to getting rehab from Azalea and all that other good stuff.
See what other games he might be following and what his impression was of this game.
Yeah, we can do that. We can get him on here in just a minute. Let's see. They're going to start it back over.
That would be Commander Brett Swinney of the Net SN fleet.
If I can figure out where Wallington put our cable, and there it is.
So, really, I know we talked a little bit about what needs to be done here for the Riders, but
yeah,
I mean,
what are your keys to the game, Ray Jones?
You got to be aggressive in this first 10 minutes. Get one of those goals back for sure. Start off, just get that one goal back. Spend the 10 minutes. Do what you got to do. Get that one goal back. It looks like we're going to have another soccer game after this one, you guys, because we've got some gals coming over here. That looks like it might be Jacksonville, actually.
Oh, wow. And you saw the Jacksonville girls already
I tell you what,
in
they
round
are
one.
solid,
What,
man.
they win by 100 points or something?
Yeah, it was like 8-0. And they bounced the Lady Bulldogs of Carthage. Lady Bulldogs of Carthage play really good. They had a good goalie in net there, too. It's just, boy, they just put too much work on her. And, Jacksonville, the Maidens of Jacksonville are a solid soccer team, folks.
That's what they call?
Yeah,
Maidens?
The Indians, the Fighting Indians for Jacksonville, and the Maidens.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it?
Yeah. And got to hang out at the Tomato Bowl. Man, that's so awesome. I love the Tomato Bowl.
Did you play my history of the Tomato Bowl?
I did play that. It was
pretty
I hear the Riders with a chance here. Oh, nice tackle.
And that's Martinez in goal there for the Chapel Hill Bulldogs as the old Larry, come on, Ref Pierce has secured a roster.
Oh, a real live one.
Yeah. So here we go. I'm wondering, maybe just to say, because, I know Coach G, but you guys know him better than me, but maybe telling Hoy Chapa not to get so far out of the box there.
Well,
because I mean that second goal was, is not on him or anything. He's coming up to do his job.
Yeah, I don't think that's his fault.
Yeah, he just got a little too far out there, maybe.
But what are you going to do? You're going to let him get close and have a point blank shot where you have to.
Well,
I think the better thing is
he probably should have just slowed it down a little bit there, around 5 or 10 yards, and then see if he could get a good set on it instead of. Maybe plays a defense on it or something. That's the only thing I'm saying. I could be wrong.
I'm not sure where our back line was. That's the thing that was crazy.
He needs reinforcements.
Yeah, because, I mean, it was just a little lazy kick right over everybody's head, and everybody just kind of watched it go behind them. And Chapel Hill with another breakaway like they've had a couple times, and that's the way it went down. So, Chapel Hill here. I get a penalty right there around the box. I think that's going to be on number 12. Number 12 is Chris Cantu. Nope, that's going to be for the Chapel Hill Bulldogs. And it will be number 13 there. That is Mendez with the kick, trying to get it down inside. Here's Chapa. Chapa going to watch it go. And he's going to save it. And might have thought maybe one of the Rough Riders got a hold of it there so he could keep it from being a corner kick as well. J. Martinez, number 24, has been a monster for Chapel Hill the last part of that first half. And so far here, and now we're going to get a tackle out there.
I thought he was a monster in the first part too. He wasn't getting the scoring, but he was the one that was getting close.
Yeah, he's playing very solid. He was one of the ones that kept breaking away there. One of the streakers kept breaking away there in the far end. So,
but tell me about we're getting kind of close.
Here we go with the offsides.
Tell me about the guy that's led them this year, though.
Well, that's Siamato. I think that's what I saw there, was doing some things. And not sure where he is on that schedule right there. But. And back here comes Chapel Hill once again, trying to be on the attack, but the Rough Riders doing a good job. Oh, that was a heck of a tackle right there. Kicking it away, getting on the far end down there. And it will be another solid kick.
So, Walton, what's that coming over the top of the trees right there?
Net SN blimp?
We have the Net SN blimp.
They finally made it here.
Crawled into the blimp.
See if we can. I'm going to connect. See if we can connect.
Yeah.
Brett, are you there?
I'm here.
Ooh, he's there.
Oh, wait. I got him up a little loud. There we go.
There we
go. So, all right.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm getting my vocal cords, lubricated here at halftime. My goal. Those 2 goals in the first half got them a little worn out.
I guess so.
There you go.
I bet you were somewhere between Tyler and Longview and that blimp screaming like a madman.
Yes. So, I mean, just from what I'm seeing, guys, Chapel Hill could have had 5, 6, 7 goals. They had a lot of chances.
That's true.
And then center had a great chance to hold it to 1-0. That goal at the end of the half was really tough for you guys.
Absolutely.
I mean, that was just. I mean, it feels like it's a 4-0 game. Really, the way it's been played, it's been so defensive battle. So it'll be interesting to see. I think if center can get one and get it close, then it's going to be a real interesting last part of this game here.
I completely agree with you.
Yeah, we've got to get to that one goal here within the next 15 minutes, and then try to keep them out because and spend that last 10 minutes just being very aggressive. See if we can get the second one back to at least tie it up.
Brett, as they go back and forth between the 40s, are you monitoring any other NetSN games? Anything else going on the network right now?
Not today.
Yeah, it's kind of an unusual time.
Now, last night we had a really good one. Keith was over in Chapel Hill. Chapel Hill was hosting Van in a big district baseball game. And actually, a play at the plate ended the game. Chapel Hill had a runner on third with one out and hit a fly out to center field, and was the runner at third tagged up and was gunned down at the plate to end the game. It was an exciting game last night. So if any of you Chapel Hill fans that are watching the soccer missed that, you may want to go back and check that out. It was a really exciting game we had over in Chapel Hill. And Larry, you were somewhere last night doing some baseball, I believe.
Yeah, I was in West Sabine down there in Pineland, Texas, way deep in the heart of Pinewoods. Here's our first corner kick coming, by the fact. But yeah, that was a great game there too. Knew that was going to be Coleman Hill and West Sabine. Another shot there off the header there that goes out by Chapel Hill. So another opportunity. But yeah, that was a great game over there. We got a great one coming up on Tuesday. We're going to be in Timpson as Joaquin and Timpson are going to hook it up. And our very first broadcast in NSN in Timpson comes up on Tuesday.
All right, put Timpson on the board there as one of the covering for NetSN. That's awesome.
Yeah, definitely. We got Joaquin and Timpson kind of hooked up here in the last month or so. So looking forward to have those teams that we'll be covering all next year.
We've acquired a couple of Shelbyville fans, Larry, that pop up on the broadcast. I was chatting with them last night on the Chapel Hill baseball stream. He was like, "Where's our Shelbyville coverage?" So you got some followers down there in Shelbyville, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, I got some Shelbyville games coming up, and I know that they're ready for those. That's for sure.
I told her, I said, I know Larry will be back. Don't worry.
Yeah, I love covering the Dragons down there. They really have a good time with us down there covering them and all the wonderful teams there that we get the chance to cover down there in the Piney Woods and Chirino and West Sabine and all those teams, St. Augustine, everybody.
Brett, will you be able to join us during the Wiggins Farmers postgame show?
I should be able to. I should be at my destination. I'm actually flying around. Going to be maybe heading over for some barbecue dinner at the in-laws.
Oh, okay.
Very good.
So I should be able to also pop in and see how this game turns out. I've been watching it the whole time and enjoying you guys' coverage. I appreciate you taking care of this. And you've done a pretty good job of not being too one-sided. So I'm thankful for that. I know it's tough because I'm the same way. But our honorary Bulldog, Larry Pierce, is pulling us through there.
Don't get me in trouble in my hometown now. That's all good, man. But yeah,
hey, I appreciate you guys, and y'all have a good rest of the broadcast. Go Bulldogs!
Hey, you too, man. Enjoy the barbecue.
That's Brett Swinney, Commander Brett Swinney.
We may have to get some barbecue now. He's talking about it. We have to get some barbecue on the way home.
That may be what we get. In the meantime, Center had a charge and a possibility broken up by good Chapel Hill defense, but they're trying to do the same thing. But Chapel Hill's back line has just been up to the challenge all game.
And they come back up once again. And number 10, that is Suezo, and number 11, Rodriguez. To tell you, they've been really good here this far in. That's a good tackle there by Center. And that's number 5, Miguel Gomez. And that's going to be a penalty kick here coming for number 10. And that is Suazo. No, they're not going to let Suazo kick it. Number 19.
Going to go the other way. Yeah, all right.
Efren Alamos, number 19. Or it could be number 8 there, German.
Nope, I think it's going to be 19.
Yeah, there we go. Number 19, Alamos. Kick right across there and right into Huichapa. Huichapa going to kick it away, trying to find his man here in midfield, back up the field. And this is where the Riders really need to go. Here we go, as Riders now streaking back across. Oh! Definitely not what you wanted to see there.
Rodriguez Moreno slipped down. Oh, we're going to get it back over. Riders are not done yet.
Back here on the far side. Good job here by center, kicking it back in the middle. Chapel Hill with a great job kicking it back out.
Now, we had two guys in there try to head it in, but again, Chapel Hill's back line has just done the job.
And the Riders on the attack once again, but here's a good steal. Number 24, Martinez. And that's going to go off of the Riders, and they'll get it back to Chapel Hill at midfield. Give them an opportunity here on their end as we get under 30 minutes to go left in this match.
Down to the last 30 minutes. Chapel Hill leading 2-0. They led 1-0 about 20 minutes to halfway through the first quarter, and then their second point with 30 seconds to go in the half.
All righty, so nice kick here. Chapel Hill is center trying to clear it back out. And I do believe that is the Jacksonville girls squad. I think they're playing Athens here this afternoon. Is who they're going to play probably after this one. So here comes the Riders. Just can't seem to get quite down there in time to get enough guys down there.
Right.
I mean, Chapel Hill's doing a good job to get back there to take care of business, but
not only is the playoffs, winner goes on, loser goes home. It's also a 10-game win streak for the Rough Riders. Kind of at stake here, and only a little more than 27 minutes to see if they can get this taken care of.
Collard corner kick here, but a nice job there by Jared Martinez, the goalie. And he'll clear it back out here for Chapel Hill. Nice catch right there in the middle. And Martinez, once again, there on the breakaway, is going to send it across the box, but it'll be too far out. And Chapa will let that get out. Another opportunity here for the Bulldogs. They've really got down there taking care of business. So Hoy Chapa with going to be a long kick here. He's done a good job just to try to get his team set up down here in the middle of the field. And the Riders just have not had some good, solid, crisp passes out here a couple times tonight. So the Riders moving it around here. Stolen away. Chapel Hill going to look for another opportunity. Good little small half bicycle kick there. The Riders now is in numbers. There we go. Streaking up here to the right side. Now just got to get around the defender, and does. Trying to bring it across. Number 15 is Juan Martinez. An opportunity here for the Riders, and just too far on goal. And more crisp shots into that earlier at the end of that first half than what we've seen here a couple times so far, guys.
Yeah. We had the numbers and had it set up. We just couldn't get it centered in time to get a good shot. Once again, even when Chapel Hill's back line isn't perfect, they're still been up to the challenge.
Yeah, good job at the midfielders here to get the ball back to the Riders, and now try to get on the attack and running down the left side here, but a good clear out by Chapel Hill. So the Riders have been getting down there. It's just been able to finish.
Yep.
Haven't been able to finish anything here. Here's another opportunity. Here's a shot on goal, and it's going to go to the wide to the right side. Another opportunity there, just a little too strong and just off the mark here for the Rough Riders. That would have been the one we really needed to get it down here with 26 minutes to go. Definitely need to get this one goal here, at least get this one in here before we hit the 20-minute mark. I think that would just be beneficial here for Riders. Looks like we're going to get a corner kick here. Dr. Collard corner kick coming up.
All right. Brought to you by Dr. Collard Optometry on the center square. Let's see what happens.
Get this right across here. The Maestro trying to put it in. Finding the, and just not enough onto that kick. Is a good opportunity there for the Riders. It just wasn't able to square up and get a good solid hit on it. Riders sending it back out into the middle. Finds his man downfield. That's going to be a penalty kick there against Chapel Hill. Give the Riders an opportunity.
From about the 16-yard line.
Raphael.
Or closer.
Yeah. Down there
About the 12.
Yeah, Raphael going to be there for the kick. See if he can get some guys out there in front of the box, maybe drain one here. Let's bury one in the back of the net, baby. Come on. Under 25 to go. And the Riders trail 2-0.
Pivotal moment here.
Here comes the kick coming across, blocked by Chapel Hill, but here's another opportunity. Blocked once again, Chapel Hill. Man, see Chapel Hill and their defenders play a lot like I've seen center play this year. That was going to get out.
Really?
Into the crowd.
Although there's no official line or anything in soccer, Chapel Hill was kind of the underdog based on rankings and what you heard people say. But boy, they've not played like it.
Yeah, they came out here and and this is also just one of those things too. You're coming in here and just where do you start playing really good? You start playing well, and just keep moving on. And the Riders, like I said, got a 9-10 game win streak going on right now. They've been playing very well. Want to keep that going. Here's an opportunity now for the Riders coming across. Oh, good job there by Chapel Hill. Kick it out.
Yeah, number 13 for Chapel Hill made that play.
Alvaro Mendez, number 13. But that gives the Riders a corner kick, I do believe.
Corner kicks haven't been the Riders' strong suit this year.
They got to get a good shot and get it right across the middle of the goal of the box there and see if they can get a header and knock it in. And nice job coming up there by Martinez, not giving the Riders an opportunity at all. I can smell that popcorn. They're cooking some popcorn up down there.
Yeah. When I think of popcorn, I think of Dairy Queen.
Really?
No, I just think of Dairy Queen when I'm hungry, and I'm hungry.
Hunger Buster sounds good, doesn't it?
Yes.
Oh, another is still here by Chapel Hill, and that's going to be a shot, and way too strong on that one. Out of play.
It's been a long time since Chapel Hill's been on this end of the field, but they don't have to with a two-goal lead.
Yeah, they just got to keep us from scoring, and they'll win.
As we get under 23 minutes to go, and
it's kind of the opposite of what it was the other night with Center versus Madisonville when we were up.
By this point, we'd gone up two
goals, and we were just thinking, the time is on our side, and now it is on Chapel Hill's side. The Riders need to get a goal here soon.
All right, now the opportunity here. Martinez.
It's going to go.
Go. My goodness.
Go wide right.
Just wide right. And, hey, got Martinez out of the goal there, but an opportunity there for the Riders. Just another opportunity. This one goes wide.
You just tap it in, and they did, but it was just probably about 5 or 6 feet too wide to the right of the goal from where we're looking.
So here we go. Chapel Hill once again trying to clear it back out of the box. Back into midfield. See who can come up with possession here. Oh, good job here by Chapel Hill once again. And this time there, Chapa backs up a little bit into the box, gets a good stance on defense, and comes up with a good play.
No, the Riders with a shot now. Get to Riley. Riley's going to try to get it up to
Martinez makes it a play.
Yep, to Rodriguez. Excuse me, Moreno. But yeah, the goalie for Chapel Hill again is up to the task.
The Riders have done a good job of getting the ball back here at midfield and then getting it down here on Chapel Hill's end. They're just not able to break through. There's another opportunity there, but clearing out by Chapel Hill. Good job there by the Bulldogs. Now if I had an opportunity to know that this is where Athens and Jacksonville were going to play on the girls' side, then maybe we could have, hooked up and done that on an FHS here today.
Yeah, that would have been good. I'm curious to see those Jacksonville girls play.
Oh, they're good. Very, very good team.
The Maidens.
The Maidens.
Yeah. I like that.
They have multiple young ladies that can score. They get after the ball very quickly. And I tell you what, the Maidens are going to go a long way here in 4A4 soccer this year. Steal by the Riders. Trying to push the action up the field here now. Trying to get around, and that's going to be a corner kick coming here As Chapel Hill kicks it out, so another opportunity here from the corner for the Riders. 20 minutes to play.
Almost exactly. Corner kick brought to you by Dr. Charles Collar. Center's wintertime Rough Rider optometrist. He's an important part of our coverage of basketball and soccer.
And we don't have him like a Dr. Collar good hands or something like that during football season, and a great catch and good hands.
Probably ought to.
He washed it all the way into his hands.
Either that or come on, ref. Dr. Collar, come on, ref.
Come on, ref. Can't you see that, ref?
Go see Dr. Collar.
No, definitely need that for baseballs. And boy, look at that strike zone. Oh, that was a big time tackle. That should offer a free kick there for Moreno. And a nice sportsmanship there by number 13, Mendez.
It's going to be Flores.
It looked like it was invincible contact, but it looked a little rougher than that. But
oh no, I mean that was intentional, but it was a foul, but it wasn't mean spirited.
Yeah. Just a regular football play.
Yeah.
So 19 minutes exactly here. Here comes the kick as the Riders are going to put everybody they can in the box here.
Riders need some magic from the maestro here.
See if he can get a good little bend it kick coming in. Low kick.
Oh, almost worked. Everybody jumped. It almost got below them.
And the Riders kicking it right back into the box. Another header coming in. Another nice try there by the Riders. Another shot on goal, but it's just one of those ones that just not enough power there, and it's able to Martinez to get there. Nice footwork here and ball movement by Chapel Hill and the Bulldogs. Now they wanted a penalty there on Braxton Riley, and Braxton Riley looks like he's limping a little bit there on that left leg. Hope he's going to be okay. At 8:10 on the clock.
It's been one of the things that Rough Riders have been fortunate. They've had a good run of health. Our Hope Medical injury report has been clean every time we've had it, but there's a stoppage of play as Riley is hurting right now. They're going to have to give him a look-see. That's going to give us a chance to hear from some of our sponsors. We'll be right back with more of Round 2 action brought to you by Portacool.
You know that Ace Hardware of East Texas is all the hardware you need, but there's a lot of other things they have too. Fun things for your camping trips. Fun things to wear when you go outside. For the 4th of July barbecue, to the housewarming in the fall, to your Christmas shopping and clothes for all year long, it's Ace Hardware, the helpful place of East Texas.
So, Billy Don, tell us about Brookshire Brothers.
Well, they got just about everything. Got good produce section, a fine meat market, and that chicken. Winter chicken dinner. And the pharmacist is great, and the people there make it worthwhile. They always got specials if you pay attention. And that manager, he's a nice fella. And the thing is, you can shop at Brookshire's day or night. A lot more night after daylight savings.
Brookshire Brothers Center.
Round 2 here in Lobo Stadium. It's the Rough Riders are 0, Chapel Hill 2, 18:02 left to go in the game. We'll be right back.
Covington Lumber and Building Supplies is in the capable hand of a third generation of Covingtons. For shingles for your roof, to carpet for your floors, to Farrell Calhoun paint for the walls, bathroom fixtures, and everything in between, Covington's has it, as well as all the lumber you can shake a stick at. Lumber for your home or for other fun projects. You find it all at Covington's.
Portacool, with over 30 Portacool, peak cooling, intelligent control.
You're watching a Wallington Shires and Pierce production of a Net SN presentation here on the NFHS Network. The road to the championship.
Round 2 brought to you by Portacool. You see there Braxton Riley walking off under his own power. It took him a while. We may not see him for the remaining 18:02, but he's just fine, Larry Pierce. But that is a big loss for Rough Rider fans, is it not?
It definitely is, because Braxton Riley, is big time in there for the Riders and need him on the field as much as possible. And here comes the kick for Chapel Hills. They're going to send it in deep into the box, but boy, Chapa right there to pick it up and he's going to clear it right back out, see if he can get it up ahead, find a couple of friendly kickers up there. And a nice clearing back out here by Chapel Hill. Just back and forth here between the 30s and 40s. We get down to 17 and a half to go. You know, it's hard enough to score here, and I know that I've seen the Riders score pretty quickly. But, you know, getting that first one.
Yeah, got to get the first one.
Is the toughest one, I think.
And it's the best defense. At least Chapel Hill is playing the best defense that we've seen in the roughly third of the season that we've been able to broadcast. Wouldn't you say so, Shires?
Yeah, absolutely. Their back line has been tremendous.
Lake Choppa sends it up ahead. Riders looking to clear it back out. Here's a side on, streaking up to the left side once again. And a nice.
Nope, we a corner kick.
There you go. This is the thing. We've got plenty of corner kicks come on here for the Riders. Let's just see if we can get one of those to finally make the play work. Get the right kick coming across. Get the right header. Get the right kick coming into the goal. Blocking Martinez out so he doesn't just wrap it up there in the middle. And good job clearing it back by Chapel Hill. Here come the Rough Riders trying to bring it right back in. Center midfielders.
It's not much of a consolation, but the Rough Riders have won the time of possession. The time the ball is on their end of the 50, but it's just not paid off so far.
And definitely got to find some kind of way here, and that one's going to be sent in deep, and Martinez will pick it up. Nice job just taking a little time off the clock right there, letting them to come in and see if they're going to go after it, but covering it up is Martinez. Yeah, I do believe this is Jacksonville and Athens, I think, is going to be coming in here if on the girls' side after this one. That one may be on NFHS. I don't know for sure. Looking to watch some more soccer here today. Out of bounds play for the Riders.
Clock is ticking.
All right, slowly but surely.
There's a substitution. Number 24 out of the game momentarily. And
Chris
there's
22 coming in there, number 12. So Chapel, oh, nice back kick pass. Nice footwork here by the Bulldogs. There's another opportunity here for Chapel Hill. Going to be a great job, Raphael, though, cutting it across the box. Was Chapel Hill. Yeah, Chapel lets it go, and it'll be center ball. Almost said center basketball.
Yeah, they did have a legitimate shot, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. So just hearing this from Brett, looks like, oh, another shot on goal here by Chapel Hill, but it goes wide to the left side. Jacksonville ISD will have the live on the YouTube there for that game coming up.
Okay. For both Jacksonville and Athens, you go to Jacksonville's website.
Yeah, JISD, their YouTube channel. That's a tackle there by the Riders. That's going to give a free penalty kick right there in the middle. That's going to be number 10, Swazo. And we're getting down to 14 minutes to go into this match here on the pitch.
It's getting serious.
Yeah, it's getting time here. Getting under 10 to go, and I think you're just going to have to be very, very aggressive for Coach G if we don't get to this goal in here. Shot coming, too strong, and into the Jacksonville practice area back there.
And this soccer match, as all the Rough Rider games all year long, brought to you by, in part by, The Forge, the gym on the square overlooking the beautiful courthouse while you make yourself look and feel more beautiful. It's The Forge. Thank you, Dan McCollum, for bringing Rough Rider Sports.
The Forge. All right, up ahead here now comes center. They get the inbound throw. And Chapel Hill, their back line guys, get back there to steal it away once again. And now we'll be breaking through the defenders here on the center. And still just another great job here. Great tackle taking the ball away, but picking it back up here by Chapel Hill, coming back across in the middle of the box. And center going to get the opportunity here to clear it back out. Good job there by the back guys for center. As they get up here, Chapel Hill had a good opportunity there bringing it up.
Yeah, Center's defense has been good, but part of that's because Chapel Hill's not been all that interested in attacking. They've just been playing good defense themselves.
Yeah, just looking to see if they can get out of here without any damage done, without giving up. Even if they do give up the one goal, they're still sitting pretty good right there. So we get down to 12.5 to play here for the Riders now on the offensive. And Center just looking for a great chance to get a good shot on goal here, but another good job here by Martinez coming out there just a step ahead of the Rough Riders a couple times here tonight. Now 12 minutes to go. Bulldogs look to move on and be the regional quarters coming up Monday and Tuesday of next week if they can hang on to win here. Same thing for the Rough Riders. They can get a couple goals here and pull this one out.
It's such a big deal for these players. These guys, they start their season when it's so cold. It's only diehard fans come to watch. Basketball's going on. Both of these schools have storied basketball programs, so they're kind of flying under the radar. And then their playoffs start. Well, baseball and softball have started. The track meets start.
Opportunity for Center cutting it across the box as Chapel Hill clears it out. Nice job by the Bulldogs clearing it out in the box once again.
It's the same song, 100th verse.
Exactly.
Riders get it in position, but then when they try to center it up to get a shot, the Chapel Hill back line is there to thwart it.
That's a good long kick in here by Huichapo. And now, here are the Riders trying to set it up once again and clear it out. Bulldogs.
A lot of these schools, you have to get to about the third round of the playoffs, and then your classmates, your teachers are like, hey, y'all are winning, aren't you?
Yeah.
And suddenly they become kind of a big deal because,
That's going to be an offside there.
Yep.
Had one guy down up underneath before the two defenders could get there. Number 11 has Ricky Rodriguez. He has seen him streaking up the side here and had a couple opportunities here in the second half for the Chapel Hill Bulldogs, as it was number 24 in that first half, and so far number 11 here for Chapel Hill in the second half. Been doing a good job. Riders back in the box. That's going to be a tackle there. That might give you that's an opportunity here for the Riders there inside the 10-yard line. So that'll help out.
This is going to be, one of their best chances. They really need to make this count, Pierce, or it's going to be tough as we're under 10 minutes to go here in the match.
Tell me the difference. They're kicking this from the 10 with people in the way. Sometimes you kick it closer and it's just you and the goalie. What's the difference?
Well, it just depends on the penalty kick that you get. I mean, if you're
where it is or what the penalty.
Where it is or what the penalty is you get. If you get that yellow card, you're going to be right there.
Well, also if it occurs in the box.
Yeah, in the box.
If the penalty's in the box. See, that's just outside the box.
There's a shot coming in and too high on goal. Nice try there by.
That was a good-looking try.
Yeah, that's right. Too, you get that penalty inside the box markings in there. That's going to give you that shot there where you might see like the two-point conversion or the field goal kick might be set up for on that one mark there. So,
clock ticking down.
8.5 to go here. And the Riders with another opportunity right there that just didn't go their way.
By the way, I want to say a big thank you to Mooney's Emporium on the Square. Good gift ideas for the spring. Go visit Mooney's on the Center Square.
Number 4, Jose Lopez over there trying to do some fancy ball working.
He's doing it.
Yeah, he's got some fancy stuff over there working. Now gets it back out, comes it back across. Chopper right there for the stop. And Chopper going to look to get it up ahead here, find the Rough Riders. Martinez, number 15. Chapel Hill for the last 5 or 6 minutes here at clock time has also done a really good job of keeping it out of their end and getting it back down there in center's end, having some good opportunities at it. The center now, once again, brings it right back down. And a shot for Martinez to pick up, and it'll go out of bounds back to Chapel Hill. 7.5 to go. I want to say thanks to the good folks here at Lobo Stadium for the free Coca-Cola.
Yeah. They just have
nice and cold.
Just have a refrigerator full. No one brought that special. They just keep it here. Our winter sponsors all year long. This could be their last time if the Riders don't win. We appreciate Fast Tax and Tomlin Insurance and our friends at Andrews Construction, Abundant Love Ministries. We have appreciated your help in bringing Rough Rider basketball and soccer.
On to more baseball, maybe a little bit of softball out there for center. We may have to put center ladies Rough Rider softball into our game of the week repertoire.
Yeah,
here's a shot. Oh, off of the goal. And Riders get it back up ahead, out of bounds. I'll tell you, it's just one of those things where you're seeing we're just a step away, or the bounces just aren't going our way, and you know that goal there at the end of the first half was just something that shouldn't have been there. But you know, it was a good job there by Chapel Hill, of course. But I mean, you know, it's just
32 seconds left in the half when that second goal was scored.
It was just hard hole right there.
Penalty kick where the center Rough Riders kind of lined up in front of it. The kicker kicked it over their heads.
It's just dangerous.
Yeah, Hoy Chapel way out there.
Well, he didn't pick it up either. I mean, going to be a free kick here brought to you by Chris Mayfield, State Farm.
Kick coming in, try to get a quick kid down there, and that's going to be out of bounds. Yeah, that will be a corner kick for the Rough Riders. They need to hurry up here. It can't be lackadaisical picking up the ball here. 5.5 to go, and trailing at 2-0 here in this area championship game. We just got to find that one little good kick to get it across here. They've been off the mark a little bit. Here's a good kick coming in. Too high on for the header. Here's another shot, and that one's going to be too strong and out of bounds. Just putting it's like there's a little too much adrenaline or something still in everybody here. Even if we're way late into this game, we're just still kicking it too strong and too hard out there.
Feel your season slipping away. Yeah, a lot of adrenaline involved.
Just trying to do a little bit more instead of just the basic and the fundamentals of stuff. Going back out to the middle here. Quite sure that call there.
It's going to be a penalty on Chapel Hill. The Riders go quick.
Oh, it's Pleasant Grove, not Athens. Okay, you're right. Sorry. Pleasant Grove in Jacksonville, not Athens. I'm looking at the wrong bracket here. Well, Chapa coming up once again. And he's going to be an extra man back there for the Rough Riders here. They're going to bring him out of the goal as much as possible as long as we don't have anybody back there. 4 minutes to go. The Riders now in a big-time mode right here. Wow. I was going to say, I was wondering if there's going to be a call on that one. The Rough Riders not wasting any time here. Place the ball and get it kicked up ahead. And he gets away from the Riders here, and the Chapel Hill collision right back out. Riders.
The Wiggins Farms post-game show will be right after this game. And guys, are we talking to center or are we talking to the winning team if it's Chapel Hill? I think we probably ought to talk to the player of the game.
Yeah.
Who would be the player of the game? Who are you thinking right now for Chapel Hill? Defense.
Yeah, I'm not for sure. Well, I would say out there, I mean, you know, two different young men scored on the goals here for Chapel Hill. So their goalkeeper's done a great job. Hasn't had a whole lot of just heavy stuff at him here today.
Maybe we could pick him as sort of representative of the defense, and talk to him on behalf of he and his teammates.
So here's the Riders trying to get it across to the goal once
Ooh.
again, and they're headed right back out, and it should be enough for another corner kick as we get down to 2.5 to go.
Those guys down on the back line for Chapel Hill, number 12 and number 13 and number 2. And you have those names, Larry Pierce?
What's that now?
The guys on the back line for Chapel Hill, number 12 and number 13 and number 2 and number 28.
Mendez is 13, Cantu number 12, number 2 is Martinez.
Number 28
is Campos.
Those guys have been great. The Riders all year have been able to put pressure on teams and take advantage, and they've gotten the ball down there, but that back line is just not let the Riders put it in the net.
As now we're under 2 minutes to go here, and the Riders got a good opportunity here. Maybe a chance here's a shot coming through, but Martinez right there as it bounces off of him, but he covers it up and lays down on it. And can take a good 10 or 15 seconds here before he's got to kick it away as Chapel Hill will take their time back up the field, but he does give it a ride.
He does. I wonder about that. I mean, is there a time limit? I mean, what if you just held it for 20 seconds?
Yeah. I'm sure he probably could. I mean, you can hold it until the referee tells you, hey, you got to kick it.
But there's no delay of game penalty, is there? I mean, I don't know.
I don't think so.
I think that for the player of the game, those guys you mentioned, pick the seniors and talk to them. But I'll have to go ask who they are.
1 minute to go.
Well, now we're in miracle territory for the Rough Riders.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, you can score 2 goals in a minute, but you better hurry.
Yeah, you got to do it.
Yeah. Can't let that one get out of bounds here. 45 seconds left to go. But all in all, though, guys, I mean, got to be very happy with the Riders' season.
10-game win streak, beat the number 2 team.
And, I mean, had an opportunity here today and just kind of got away from them here. Just found a very good Chapel Hill squad here today, played great defense. And with 20 seconds left to go, the Bulldogs look to get back here on the center's end. And they'll push it up ahead here, see if they can get another shot on goal before the end of this one. Out of bounds, and that's going to go to Chapel Hill, but that's going to
do it, my
That's
friend.
going to run the clock out right there. So the Chapel Hill Bulldogs are going to win it 2-0 over the Center Rough Riders here this afternoon. And come out of here with a big victory.
Another great season for the Rough Riders will come to an end. Number 12, number 13, number 28, number 2. Those are all guys on the back line that made a lot of good plays for the Chapel Hill Bulldogs. So Chris Wallen's going to head down there. We're going to get ready to go into the Wiggins Family Farms postgame show, but before we do that, we're going to hear from the sign shop. And Larry Pierce, that's somebody you got you a sign from the sign shop, right?
Yeah, I got my sign from the sign shop. They do a good job. They get it taken care of for you quick. Good price.
Yeah, go see Miss Beverly. And here they are.
What is the best way to communicate to the people that you want to communicate to? You put a sign in your yard. It says, vote for me, or vote for my friend. It says, congratulations. It says, happy birthday. It can even say, I love you. For the most important messages, it's the Sign Shop. Find them on Cascade Drive, the Sign Shop, Center, Texas. Wiggins Farms. You know, they call them the watermelon family, but the product from their farm when the melon's just a baby, all the way through to the harvest, to your table. It's the juiciest, best melons available. Wiggins Farms, hat not included.
Well, folks, round 2 is in the books, and the Center Rough Riders and their soccer team end the season as they fall to Chapel Hill 2-0. Stay tuned. The Wiggins Family Farms postgame show begins right now.
Who are we? We're an online auction store. You'll find us on Facebook only. We're located in Center, Texas. Check us out as we have auctions going on right now. It's Sparky D's Bargain Store, an online auction store that can save you lots of money. Go check out our page, bid on items you like, and save yourself a lot of money. It's Sparky D's Bargain Store, Facebook only, located in Center. At Sparky D's Bargain Store, we'll save you.
Portacool. Peak cooling. Intelligent control.
Your Rough Rider Winter Sports schedule brought to you in part by Fast Tax. Get it right. Get it quick. Abundant Love Ministry, a place for everyone to worship. Tomlin Insurance Store, Texans serving Texans. Rough Rider Quick Lube, they back the riders all the way. And Andrews Construction, the original sponsor of Lady Rider basketball. And Shelby Savings Bank, your local bank since 1981.
All right, folks, welcome back to the Wiggins Family Farms post-game show. Time for a brief game recap while Chris Walkington is waiting to get our interviews with the players of the game who we are choosing from Chapel Hill. But, Larry, no scoring in the second half.
Right.
It was all in the first half, and it came, early on, Riders kind of dominated the time of possession, as Wallington likes to say, but they're able to get a goal, and then they get the rib cracker, which turns out to be the backbreaker, right at 32 seconds to go in the first half to go up 2-0. That's what the score was. Riders have many opportunities to score, but are unable to, even though they have the ball down there and able to get in position, but the back line for Chapel Hill was able to thwart the Riders all afternoon long, and that's who Chris Wallington is visiting with right now.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Tell us who you are. Number 3.
Elijah Leon, Samuel Sandoval, Alvaro Mendez, Chris Cantu.
Okay, guys, we chose you as players of the game. It's really the whole Chapel Hill defense. Center has been scoring points left and right. They've spent lots of time in your territory, but they never had really a very good shot.
Yeah, he does that.
Do you consider yourselves a defensive team? Number 13.
Yes, we do.
That is always like a value of yours?
Yeah, we defend pretty well.
Okay. So tell me, number 12, your name again?
Chris Cantu.
Chris, tell me about today. What was the key today to what was working down here defensively?
I don't know. Just don't let them score.
It seemed to work. Was there any particular strategy that you brought here that was different, or is it just business as usual?
Business, just talk and keep each other in line.
Okay. And it seems like, tell me, number 3, your name again?
Elijah Leon.
This is Elijah. Seems like every time the Rough Riders came down, y'all were there. You weren't, and then you were. Is that just something that you do every week, or is that something that you particularly concentrated on this week?
Well, it's every week. We all tend to try to drop down together as a team and, keep them on lockdown.
Okay. Was there, as you prepared for the Rough Riders, number 9, tell me your name?
Samuel Sandoval.
Samuel, was there any particular Rough Rider that you were watching, or was it just if they were wearing white?
Every player's the same. We all had it 100%.
Okay. Well, thank you, guys. Congratulations. Second round. Do you have any idea who you're playing next?
Palestine, sir.
Palestine. Okay. Well, great. Good luck to you guys. Represent us well. The Chapel Hill Bulldogs defense, tell the whole defense they were players of the game. The Center Motor Company players of the game. We'll see if I can get a hold of Coach G right quick before he goes. You see where we are? We're about the 40-yard line.
I got you.
Coach, this isn't the way we wanted it to work out. They played very good defense.
Yes, they did. I mean, we let them off the hook with in the first half where we missed possibly 5, maybe 6 point-blank shots that, 9 times out of 10 we're putting them away.
Yeah.
So
the one about 2 minutes left that was so close, we had the scorekeeper walk in from next door and say, hey, did that score? It was so close he couldn't even tell.
Yes, for sure. I mean, it was a lot of those today, but, we did a few things uncharacteristic of our part, and that was one of the things I told my guys. I was like, look, man, it's second round, but that don't mean get out of out of character and go and try to do something that we ain't even been working on or ain't been doing all year. But even with all that being said, we still had opportunities to put the ball away plenty of times. So, I mean, there's not much I can really put a finger on as to why the result is what it is. They got some calls. They got a lucky bounce here and there. And, we don't take nothing away from them. They did what they had to do. They had a really good game plan. And like I told my guys, if they score one goal, they're going to lock it down. And that's what they did, But that's how you play it.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Correct. I mean, that's something that, I'm not a fan of it. But sometimes you're just trying to get the win. It's not pretty soccer, but you're trying to get the win. So it is what it is.
How's Braxton?
I don't know. I mean, he said he twisted his knee. Hurt a little.
His knee, okay.
Yeah, it was his knee. So, we're yet to see how it all pans out. I mean, right now he has a lot of adrenaline pumping, through him and stuff like that. So we'll see if, swelling occurs and might have to take some MRIs, x-rays. Hopefully, he didn't have any kind of tear. It might have just been a pop, so because, he has a bright future ahead of himself. So we're going to hope for the best on that.
Sure. I know Shires believes this, and I think Larry does too. We get to soccer. The season's already about 2/3 over, and we're never ready for it to end. Coach, thank you for a really good month of soccer.
Oh, yes, sir. And thank you so much for, the amount of time that you guys do spend with us, because there's only two of y'all. So, we can't just spread, you can't spread between basketball and all that, so we are definitely very appreciative of the fact that you guys come out and support us, the games that you do. I know my guys do. I know I do. And, that way our fans back home can watch games this way. Or some of the kids that have graduated are far away. So I get a lot of the love from those kids, our alumni and stuff. So I thank y'all.
That makes me feel good. Next year we're going to be able to I'll be in two places at the same time. You know how? Because of AI.
Oh, I love it. I'm all for it. Let's go.
Soccer AI.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. All right, guys, back up. That was your JBA Financial Coach Talk with Coach G.
All right, folks, we'll hear from Center Motor Company, who brings us our player of the game, and we'll hear from JBI Insurance. We'll get ready to close out the show right after this.
Center Motor Company. From whatever angle you look at it, you see Ford. Ford trucks, SUVs like the Bronco, and iconic cars like the Mustang. A legacy managed by Kevin Jones and created by Ray Jones. Center Motor Company on Hurst Street in Center.
Life is all about planning, and JBA Financial Services is here to help you with your financial future. Call or come by today to set up a consultation and discover what it's like to deal with the experts when it comes to investing for retirement or quality life and health insurance products. John Black, Jason Locke, and Michael Black.
Everybody, welcome back. It's our final segment. Got something to smile about, brought to you by Wyndham Family Dental. And that's just a great season. I mean, we kind of like the basketball season. Mr. Pierce is already unplugged, but it's, we only cover 1 or 2 losses in basketball. We only cover 1 or 2 losses in soccer every year. We only covered 1 loss in soccer this year, but unfortunately it's in the area around. And that's from the Rough Rider perspective, but Chapel Hill still gets to continue on and play, and expect that they may go a ways. Defensively, they look great. They did lock us down once they got that lead, just like Coach said. And, of course, Brett Sweeney is Chapel Hill fellow. I'm sure he's real happy. He's probably got the blimp headed back toward the Tyler area so he can go have barbecue with his in-laws. I just hope that they inform the neighbors, Larry, that he's coming in the blimp, because otherwise that causes undue attention. But anyway, folks, again, thank you to our winter sponsors. That's Fast Tax, it's Abundant Love, it's Tomlin Insurance, it's Andrews Construction. Thank you to all of those sponsors that bring us our winter/early spring sports. Been a great basketball season and a great soccer season as both teams do well in district and go into the playoffs. And of course, now we're going to turn our attention to baseball, softball. Of course, Chris will be coming in some with me and Jason Locke. Jason Locke, of course, is the voice of the Rough Rider baseball team. We're going to have Larry Pierce during the game of the week. You just never know where he's going to show up. Could be Shelbyville, it could be Waukegan, it could be Timpson, but it could be West Sabine, it could be Colemanel. I mean, it could be center softball. Who you just never know when Larry Pierce is going to show up. And, of course, on our Net SN network, we have all sorts of baseball. We have Chapel Hill baseball, and we heard Brett Sweeney give us a report of an exciting game last night that came down to a sacrifice fly and then a gun down and throw out at the plate. So there's always great and a ton of great baseball and softball action left to cover. And who knows, we may get some more soccer. But that'll be probably on the NFHS. But anyway, again, thanks to Brett Sweeney who piloted the NetSN blimp down here, or I guess over here to Longview. Thanks to Larry, come on Blue Pierce. Thanks to Chris Wallington. This is the counselor Stephen Shires. Thanks to all you that have tuned in to this great season we had with the soccer. Thanks to all of our sponsors. And then at the end, we just remember to tell all you guys that, whatever you do, make sure it's nothing but net.
The Wiggins Farms crossover report and postgame show also brings you Elite Hair Design. Find them on Foster Street. Carrie Wiggins and her staff use only elite products to turn out ladies with elite hair design.
Hey, Blue.
Excuse me?
Hey, Blue, my mouth hurts.
What?
My tubes in my mouth.
Oh, you have a toothache.
Yes, a tubes ache.
Well, you need to take that toothache to Wyndham Family Dental. If it can be done in a big city practice, it can be done at Wyndham Family Dental.
Oh, well, thanks very much.
Evans' three-point shot.
It's the towering shot, baby.
Red Horse takes it to the house. This has been a presentation of the Rough Rider broadcast team, brought to you by Watlington and Shires Productions.